Welcome. Hey, Greg Nelson here. Hey, thank you for joining me on this video. Well, it's the time-old question, does size matter? I'm sure a lot of you are wondering what the answer is to that question, and I'm sure a lot of you have been asked that question and wondering how to reply. Well, what am I referring to in this video with does size matter? What I'm referring to, does the size of your goal, whatever it is that you really want to achieve out of life, does that matter? Well, I think that does matter. But it's going to, more importantly, it's going to be different for everybody who's watching this video. We're all at different points of our life. Some people are just starting out, just getting going. And for those people, maybe they can't think very long term and see all the way into retirement and what they want their life to be like at the end of their working career. For other people, maybe they're closer to the end of their working career. They could see that, then they can see what kind of lifestyle they're going to have when their career ends, and maybe they want just a little bit more. Maybe they want a lot more. Maybe they want it completely different than how it's going to turn out. Those people are obviously going to be at a different point, and the size of their goal is going to matter different to them than the people just starting out in their professional career. Equally as important to does the size of your goal matter is what you're doing with it. Are you just thinking about it? Are you doing anything with it? Are you talking about it with other people? Are you discussing it? Are you researching it? What are you doing? Or are you just thinking about it? Maybe, gosh, it would be nice one day if we could, right? Maybe one day down the road we'll get to that point, but we need to worry about these things right now. Do you ever wonder why? Let's worry about it down the road, why that never happens. Or, hey, that would be nice. That would be really nice. That'd be sweet. Oh, baby, I'd love it if we'd be able to do that. Man, get our pilot's license and fly our own plane all over the nation. Go from the West Coast to the East Coast and from the North to the South in our own plane. Wouldn't that be cool? Oh, that would be cool, but we can't do that right now. One day, it'll be very nice. Well, all we're doing is we're talking about it. But most of us never make the decision to commit to getting it done. And that right there, so there's 2 points within this that are, I would say, the points where people give up. It's the point where they throw in the towel. They're all done. I'm done. I'm going to go think about something. And usually it scares them so much to commit to actually moving forward because they know it's going to be hard and they know there's going to be work into it that they give up. Or they had the wrong estimation of time, or they're not putting enough effort or work into whatever it is it's going to take in order to manifest that goal. I like the word goal. And so a goal, because I think what we do is we take it from a burning desire, we turn it into a goal, and then we take that and put the work into it, we sacrifice, and then we get what we want. And so what is a burning desire? A burning desire is nothing more than an intensified wish. And again, what does the size matter? Depends on you. We're all different. Should move you forward, and it should also make your life better. Not only better for you, maybe better for somebody else. Maybe your burning desire is to help other people. That's my burning desire. I want to help everybody understand this. I believe we as a society could do so much more good if we all understood this. But what happens is most of us walk through life taking everything that comes at us. They think that life is beating them down. They think they have to pay for things they've done in the past. They are mentally chained to a tree. They are mentally chained to a tree. I don't know if you've ever been to Wickenburg, Arizona. Back in the 1800s, in the Wild West days, they would take their prisoners but they would take their prisoners and they would chain them up to a tree. And And so we are mentally chained, our burning desire to make our life better or help others. If we are just, all we're doing is we're talking about it and we're just looking at the website and we're just looking at the app, we're just looking at the flights, we're just looking at the used cars. Maybe you're a young business professional starting out, and you still have the car that you had when you were 17 years old, and now that car is on its last legs, and you need to get to work. You just got a new job. You've been on that job for 3 months, and your car is really giving you some problems. On the way home from work last night, it overheated, and because it was the office closed at 6:30 at night, all the service repair store facilities, they were closed too, and so you had to make it home, and you have to be at work at 8:30 in the morning. What are you going to do, right? So maybe your goal, your burning desire right now to move you forward, to help make your life better, is to get a reliable used car. Maybe it's as simple as that. And you know what? That's a lot for a lot of people. I remember when I was a young individual just starting out, man, a good quality used car meant the world to me. I could make money with that car, get to where I needed to go. I can get away from the people I didn't want to be around. I could make sure I got to work a couple minutes early each day, and I was able to make it home every single night. There's nothing better than a quality used car as a young professional. What people do right here is this is where they never make the jump. They never make the commitment. They never turn their burning desire and really make the decision to go after it. Okay, this is the decision right here. These little things, these are the decisions. You have to make a decision to turn your burning desire and commit it, that you are going to go after it. You have to make that commitment, or else you're never going to get it. You cannot manifest a burning desire into what it is you really want without these next two steps. It cannot be done. Unless you are Aladdin and you popped out of a genie bottle and you can just grant wishes, or you know somebody who's got a magic genie bottle with an Aladdin in it who can grant you a wish. There's no other way around it. Like everything else, if you don't make a commitment and a decision to go after what it is you want and put in the work and the effort to get there, you'll never get there. It will remain a burning desire. This right here is, if you've ever read the book You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor, or watched his You Were Born Rich seminar, you know right here, this line, these lines, these are what they refer to as the razor's edge. Most people will never put in this kind of thought to get what they really want. They will just remember, oh man, one day it would be nice, man, it would so be nice. And then 30 years down the road, oh man, they bring up that same topic, or they've been talking about it for 30 years. Are we going to get that boat this year? Are we going to get the RV this year? You know, I do understand if you're just living paycheck to paycheck and getting by, maybe now's the time to make the decision that you're going to get more out of life. You're going to get more out of life than just working for a paycheck just to pay the bills, just so you can stay in a box made out of wood and stay dry and be able to take a shower and use the restroom and sleep. There's more to life than that. There's more to life than the hamster wheel that we run on. We are designed to improve society, improve the world, make the world a better place. And the only way we're going to do that is by making a commitment to go after it, attack it, right? Wars are not won by somebody not making a commitment. Wars are won by people making a commitment that they are going to win. They have the stronger frame of mind. And if you ever read Warren Claff's book, Pitch Anything, you know that the stronger frame of mind will always dominate the weaker frame of mind. So you have to have that kind of war-type mentality when you're committing to making your decision. And so we need to write our goals down daily. So once we make the commitment Because remember, we're taking the burning desire, which is what? An intensified wish. And we're moving it into a commitment daily. Once to twice, right? Once to twice per day. Okay, and how do we want to write our goals down? I want a new house. I want a. I wish I could have a. I wish I could go to Hawaii. I wish I could do that. I wish I could lose 40 pounds. I wish that I could stop shoving chocolate chip cookies in my face. I mean, I really do wish that. But I love chocolate chip cookies, so that isn't going to happen. And it's really not a burning desire for me to stop eating chocolate chip cookies either. So once or twice per day. But we are also going to write this down as if it's done. We're not gonna write it down wishes. We're not gonna write down wishes, wants, be nice tos, maybe one days. We're gonna write down as if it's already done. And we went, right? Past tense. Write your goals down in past tense as if it's already been done. When should you do this? You should do this 10 to 15 minutes after you wake up. And then we should also do it 10 to 15 minutes before sleep. The last thing you think of before you go to bed is the first thing you think of when you wake up. And if you do that on a repetitive basis over and over and over in time, you're going to be able to anchor your thoughts. You're going to be able to anchor your goals into your subconscious mind. And that's what we want. And then we need to sacrifice. In Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, he said you need to have a burning desire that's the first thing. That's the key, right? He said you're going to be looking for a key. You're going to be looking for a key somewhere in this book. You may find it halfway through the book. You may find it at the end of the book. But you will find the key to success somewhere in this book. And what he is talking about is the key is taking this. It's the burning desire, putting it in, taking a commitment that you're going to get it, putting it into writing, and then making the sacrifice that you're going to sacrifice something, because in this world, it's an absolute law. There is nothing called something for nothing. That is not reality. That is trying to take a burning desire and manifest that into what we want without these next two steps. Can't be done. And so you need to sacrifice something. You need to sacrifice time. You need to sacrifice work. You need to maybe sacrifice it. Maybe it's elbow grease. Maybe you're flipping a house and you need to sacrifice a lot of manual labor in order to do that, because you had to pay a little bit more than you wanted for the house. So you got into a bidding war. Everybody does right now. And so in order to save your bottom line and get out ahead, you need to, maybe do a lot of the work yourself. So maybe you need to install toilets and scrape old paint and re-roof houses. That could be the sacrifice there in order for you to sell that house and make the profit needed for you to buy your next venture. Could be that. Okay. So, but what we need, this work, whatever the effort and the work into it, needs to move goal forward. Okay? What do I mean by that? Is still opening up the laptop computer, sitting in front of the TV, looking and researching the price or the cost of the 7-day trip to Maui? Is that putting in the re-looking at all that again after you've already looked at that and you've made the decision to go, is sitting on your couch, looking at that website again, moving your goal forward. Maybe we think we need to research it more. Okay, but there's no, it's not result oriented. It's not doing anything to move your goal forward. Okay, so the effort and the work and the sacrifice needs to move our goal forward. Okay, the speed of effort, of work, will determine when goal manifests. And so what we need to do then is we need to recycle this process. Every single day we're writing our goals down, and every single day we're doing something in our, whatever it is, our burning desire to make that move forward. Okay, maybe that 7-day trip to Maui. Maybe you've been to Southern California in the past, and you live in, I don't know, Ohio. You live in Ohio. You've been to sunny Southern California in the past. This time, 2 years ago. This time, for your tropical vacation. Maybe you're going to take it further and you're going to go to Maui for 7 days. Maybe it cost you $3,500 to go from Ohio and stay 7 days in Southern California. And now this time, to do it right, do it the way you and your family want to do it, and you and your family deserve to do it, maybe it's going to cost you closer to $10,000. And that, how are you going to do that? How are we supposed to do that? $10,000? What are we going to do? Well, put in the effort. Maybe if it's really a burning desire and you've committed to it, put in the effort, get it done. Get a part-time job, drive for Uber. Maybe you got to go, deliver food for Grubhub or whatever one of those places are. Maybe, who knows? Maybe you have a talent or something you could put to work to where people could buy it and support you and help you and your family get to Maui. Maybe your kids can start a lawn mowing business and they can contribute to the Maui Fund. Maybe everybody in the family could start pulling the oars. And pretty soon you'll be able to get that canoe to Maui for 7 days, staying in the top-notch resorts and the things that you really want to do: parasailing, learning to surf, snorkeling. Who knows? But without the effort of the work put into it, you'll never get there. And the size of the work, the whatever the work is going to determine on the size of the goal. How much work you got to put into it is also going to depend on the size of the goal. So there you go. That is your 3-step process. It is very simple, but it is. I tell you what, it is hard to do, and this is why most people never do great things in their life. Don't be like most people. Be the new standard in your family line. Really, do your best to try to help the world in a positive way, and commit your burning desires to written goals, and then sacrifice and put in the work and the effort needed to achieve your goal. If you do this is an absolute law. You cannot fail. As long as you do not quit here or quit here, you cannot fail. Because remember, you're going to write your goals down, you're going to put in the effort a little bit every day until that's going to come to fruition. Maybe it's opening a certain type of business, in a city, and their city ordinances for the perfect real estate place that you want to open your business is not zoned for that business. But your business isn't harmful, nor, it's respectful and ethical, and it's really not going to be a great location for you. The rent's right. The rent, you're getting a deal on the rent, and other people don't want it. It's been sitting empty for 1.5 years. And so maybe you talk to them. Maybe you talk to that same city official 40 times. please, 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 and you're begging and you're trying everything, but every day you call that guy, every day you walk into his office or her office or call her, maybe one day, maybe that person's not working there anymore. All of a sudden, somebody else new is there. All of a sudden, because you kept putting in the effort day after day after day, maybe you walk in, somebody new sitting at that desk, and you talk to them about the Sydney ordinances and your plans and your dreams of what you want to do, and that person thinks it's a wonderful idea, and they stamp it approved, and now you're on your way because you didn't give up. That's the kind of effort and sacrifice that it's going to need to take in order to achieve your goals. Most people would quit after the second or the third attempt of talking to somebody in that city hall to try to get their business approved and get their business license so they could make money and support their family and help other people. But that's where people give up. Don't give up. Don't quit. Just keep doing this. Take your burning desire, commit it to writing. Once you do this, I believe once you commit this to writing and you start writing it down every day as if it's already been done, even if you don't do it before or 15 minutes before or 15 minutes after bed, if you just did this right here, I believe you've made it the commitment to take your burning desire because you're writing it down every day. And if you keep doing this every day, and maybe right off the bat you go, oh, this is goofy, this is so silly, this is stupid, I'm not doing this. Man, people are going to see my pad laying around, and what if somebody sees it, and they start laughing at me? Well, that would be because of your amygdala trying to protect you from an embarrassing situation where somebody laughed at you in the past. And just recognize that. Recognize that self-doubt when it comes in, that it may not be caused by you. It's more likely caused by your amygdala picking up on a pattern that it recognizes from past experiences or things that you have been told that your parents were told by their parents and they've passed it down to you. Like what? Like money doesn't grow on trees? I was victim of that, of telling my kids that. When I was a young individual with just starting out, and my kids were, a handful of years old, man, we were literally living paycheck to paycheck. There was times where we were so poor, I'd come home after work at night and the water wouldn't be on, the hot water wouldn't be on, or the cable or phone was disconnected, or the lights were turned off, and have to immediately go down the next morning to the city hall or the power station or whatever and get them turned on. I didn't know about this. I never put this all together. I had heard about this. The puzzle pieces never fell into line for me until recently. What I mean by recently is within the past decade. Within the past decade, I really figured this out. It really clicked, and that 3,000 piece jigsaw puzzle, all the pieces went together, none went missing, and I was able over, maybe half a decade ago, broke this down, analyzed it, broke it all down, and created these 3 steps. And if you keep it as simple as this and just understand that hard work does need to go into it, and it is going to be a mental battle trying to deal with your amygdala and trying to fight off what it's going to do for you. But if you keep making the attempt to push forward, because the amygdala is trying to protect you from a dangerous physical or mental situation, okay? But what we need to do is, we know that just because it happened to us a couple times in the past does not mean that it's going to happen to us again in the future. We have to stop thinking in the past. What happened to us in the past stays in the past. From this point on, you stop thinking about the past and start keeping your eye on your goals, and keep putting in the effort and recycle it. Recycle it every day. Recycle that, right? Just keep turning that wheel, pumping that pump. Keep it going, right? Build up momentum. Pretty soon you'll create a snowball effect from all the little bit of work that you're doing every single day to achieve your goal. That you not only got to your goal, but man, you exceeded it. Maybe that store you're trying to get, that zoning that you just got approved because you went the 41st time and somebody different was sitting at that desk and They like you. They like what you were wearing that day. You who knows? They just clicked with you. They liked you, liked your idea. They approved your work. You went in, but in the meanwhile, every day while you were trying to get through and break through City Hall, you were working on your supply chain. And you were going through constantly improving the suppliers you found and the relationships you've made. You've made backup supplier contacts, and now you know, without a doubt, when you open your doors, you're going to have the best product out there and you're going to provide the best service out there. And because of that, maybe because of all that, maybe the supplier had an overstock shipment. Maybe the manufacturer made too many and they asked this new supplier if there's a way they can dispose of it and get it gone as cheaply as possible. So maybe what does that supplier do? They know you're just opening in business, and lo and behold, the manufacturer had an overrun, and now that product is going to cost you 10% less. And so you buy it extra. Heck, you buy a lot more in your displays for your grand opening, or even bigger than they ever were before, right? Well, would that have ever happened if we were putting all this into work and doing this on a daily basis? Chances are probably not. You know, would we have done this if we were, in between a burning desire and actually committing it and thinking about it? Heck, no way, absolutely not. But this right here, burning desire, take your burning desire, your thoughts, wish, want, burning desire, written goals, put in the effort, sacrifice the time, do what you need to do to achieve that goal. And then as soon as you achieve that goal, start writing out new goals. Well, thank you. I really appreciate taking the time. So I guess size does matter, and what you do with it is definitely important. Hey, if you thought this video was helpful and you enjoyed it, please hit the like button, subscribe, turn on notifications so you won't miss the next one. Really do appreciate you taking the time to watch us to the end. Thank you again. Please share this with other people. We'll talk to you soon.